Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Oliver in Youghal in Ireland. Over here in Europe it is the 2nd of the 2nd of 22, all twos, and that makes it a Wednesday, and it's just gone 1919. I should have waited until it was 2020 to start this up. Anyway, I've got a new puzzle for you. This one is from The Telegraph, that's a UK paper, and it is rated as tough, and the ID, if you want to have a look at it, is 45920, and there's a link for it down below in the description if you want to go and have a look at it on the Telegraph. Now, I'm using Duncan's Sudoku solver, and it rates it as a difficulty factor of 21, and it basically says that you need to use singles, hidden singles and triples in order to solve it. So we'll see how it goes. Now, this is the way it is, and what I've done is I've actually gone and did the Snyder pairs and the uniques and put them in, and this is as far as I've got. Okay, so that's the first stage that you go. Now, if you haven't done that part of it before, I'll put a link here to a puzzle where I show how you do that section of it. Now, once you've got that done, and I have to put on my glasses at this stage, you then look around and see, is there any house, row or column that's nearly finished, and if there is, can we put something in there for it? And I just see here row F, there's just 3 cells unfinished there, so maybe we can get something out of that. Like we have 1, 2, we don't have 3, so if there's going to be a 3 here, we have 4, there's no 5, there's a 6, 7, 8, 9, so that's a 5, 3. This one here, we've a 2 at the top, so again we don't have 1 or 2, we still don't have a 3, a double, so with that 2 3s up there in that segment, it would mean you can't have any more 3s down here. But okay, so no 3. No 3. We have 4, we don't have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so this is a 5. And if that's a 5, then this is a 3. And that means what's left over here must be a 2. And now moving on quickly, we could either go for this one or this one. I don't know why I'm taking the bottom one, but I'm going to take the bottom one. And we just do something similar. See, are there any cells there that might fill out? Probably not. But this one, like, we don't have, we've got 1, 2, 3, there's a 4 over there, 5, we have a 6, we don't have a 7. Now, there's another way of doing these possibles instead of having to add them all up, which is a bit of a pain. And this is only in the Duncan Sudoku solver. Just put the cursor into any cell and press the letter P, and it will show you what can go in there. Now, and just as a matter of interest, we go back up to this one, and that makes it an awful lot easier to see patterns that might be emerging around the place, which isn't coming up very well. And I said the other one was this one here, so I'll just try this one. We'll find out what are the possibles in here. Oh, it's basically 7, 5 all around the place, isn't it? And we also have the 7 5s down here as well, so it'd be nice if we could get rid of those 7 5s. Well, there's nothing really springing to mind, so just as a last, I'm just going to have a look at this one because there's just 2 cells here and we should be able to work that. So with this one, we go for, it's a 1 5, and this is going to be a 1 5 as well. So that gives us 2 1 5s. And that now helps us because if we look now at row E, we have 2 1 5s, so we can't have a 1 and a 5 anywhere else on the row. Also in here, but with that 1 gone, that means this one up here must be the 1. Right, get rid of that, and this one here then must be the 7. Now 5 3 and a 3, this is the 3, which means this is the 5. Now, one thing I don't like about doing it this way, just going to each house as we go, because then as we fill up outside we might forget what came beforehand. But anyway, going on what we have there, the 5, we'll get rid of that 5 there. We have a 7 to get rid of on this column. We have 5 9 4 5 9, we haven't got that done. 5 4 9 gives us a 7 3, and this 3 goes, that 3 goes, mean this one here must be a 3. The 3, we now have a 59459 45745. It'd be nice to know what is up here now, wouldn't it? So this one here would be a nice one to check out. It is 45. Not what I wanted. And these two are a little bit more complex. 457. We have a 457. Okay, there's 457 there. And if we come down here, there's a 457 here and a 45. This is our triple. So between the three of those, we have 4, 5, and 7. So we can't have 4, 5, or 7 anywhere else on the column. I'm sorry, I think I've had the microphone too far away from me. So we can get rid of the 4, 5, 7 here, giving us a 2. You know, since we're up here, let's see what else has to go in here. So this is actually, the 1 is the only one left for in here. And can we work that out? Can 1 be the only one in here? What else can go in here? Well, it can't be 2. It can't be 3, 4, 5. It can't be 6. Now, it can't be a 7. It can't be an 8, and it can't be 9. So that's true. The only one that can go in here is a 1, which gets rid of the 1 there. And that gives us a 7, 6, 7, 6 as the pair now in this column, which means we can't have a 7 anywhere else. And that gives us a 4, 5 pair there. It's a pity they weren't in the same line. Oh, we have a 4, 5 there, and there's a 4, 5 at the end. So that makes that a pair. I'll put a link to that pair now up above. So we can get rid of the 4, 5 here, leaving us with a 7. Now that's 7. Right, I still can't do anything more down here. That's just about finished. This center one, well, this is more or less finished. So I think the center one, there's just 3 there, and there's just 2 here. So there's going to be a pair now between these two. We can work it out. It's going to be 5 is missing, and 7, isn't it? Yeah, 5, 7, or 7, 5. They're the only two. So that's what's missing there. And what is missing here? Well, it's actually what's there is all that's missing. It's going to be there's 2 2s, 2 8s, 2 9s. There won't be anything else there, because that's also a triple. And just to prove it, I'll just press P, P, P. So we can't do any more at this stage in this house, or this house. We need to pull in a couple of more possibles and try to work out where would be a nice place to do it, because each of the remaining houses only have 3 numbers in them. And this way we have 4. This way we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And rows and columns, it seems to be 4 that we're looking at. So 4 isn't too bad. We'll take that because we did 5 there. So let's take a 4. Let's take maybe down here. Actually, before I do, this is the thing. I haven't really got rid of the bits and pieces. There's a 1 there, so that has to get rid of that 1, making a 1 up here. Now, are there any other ones like that? There's a 5 here, so that can't have been a 7, 5. What is wrong with me? The 5 is there. Oh, so that's the worst when I try and work them out. I make a mistake. It should have been a 7, 3. Yes, 7, 3. That's more like it. Have I made any other stupid mistakes? Okay, well up here we have 4, so that's my best one now, and well, that one is done. So let's see what our possibles, and I'm going to let Duncan tell me what the possibles are this time. That's a 7, 5. Oh, just a 5 can go in there. That's interesting. 4, 3. Oh, there's a lot can go in there, and that's it. Well, the 5 is important. We should be able to work out then what's down here as well. Yes, more like it, because we have the 5 there, giving us the 7, and the 5 goes from down there. And we have a 2, 9 pair. I thought that would be nice and short, all right. And the 7 coming in here is going to give us 1s over there. And the 5 goes as well. And we have 3, 4, 8. 3, 4, 8, and there's 3 of them in there. 7 gets rid of that, give me a 6. And the 6 there gives me a 7. And that is better. 2, 9, and 2, 9 down below. Before we start, I'd just like to see what's down here, whether we can have 4s down here. There is another 4. I thought we might be able to say there's 2 4s there, so we can get rid of that one, but we can't, because there is another 4 down here. So that would have been handy, but it didn't work. Now at this stage, I'm actually tempted to just go and shove in all the possibles and then work from there. I just feel more comfortable doing it, so I'll stick in all the possibles now. And there we have, like magic, the possibles. And well, straight off we have a 2 there. You see, you'd be going forever trying to find these, and it would only be pot luck really if you found them or not. The 5 there will give me a 1, getting rid of that 1 there, and that 5 giving me a 6. Well, let me get this 5 out of the way first because they have to go, and the 5 goes over there, give me a 4. That 4 gets rid of that 1, and we have a 5 up there, and we have a 4 down there, and that 4 goes, and there's a 5-9 pair. That okay. That was the 2, that was the 5, nothing got down there. And is that it? No, we have a 4-8 pair now here. These pairs gets rid of the 8, which means we have a 6. And we have an 8-3 pair there and a 4-3 pair there. That's 6. Gets rid of a few things down here. So we have 6-7-9-4, 6-7-9-4, that's okay. Well, across here, we just have the 1-6. So there's the 6 for that row. Well, we just have the 1-7 now in this column. So we'll take that 7, which makes that a 3. There's just the 1-7 there. And there's also the 1-7 out this way. So that's a 7. And we can go with this. Oh, that's a 1. That gets rid of that. That's a 5. Now, it's just a question of getting rid of, just eliminate them. There's nothing difficult in what's left here. It's just a question of keeping your nerve and just getting rid of bits and pieces. And we have a 5-9 pair. And it'll just be hidden singles or singles sitting around the place. That's all. It's just a question of looking around and finding them. That's the only one across here. And the only one in the column as well. So that's a 1. Now that's a 1. This is the only 8. That's an 8, and that 8 that gives us that a 3 and gives us here a 4, and that 4 gives us a 3, and we can't have a 4-8 at the top. So what do we need to get rid of up there? I can't easily get rid of that 8 there, but if I could get this one sorted out with the, look, there's only the 1-8 here in this column, so that's an 8. Which makes that one a 2. We might get up there eventually. And if that's a 2, then this one is a 9. And if that's a 9, we're going in the wrong direction. That's a 2. But this gives us a 4-5, 4-5, which gets rid of the 4 there. And if we have a 4-5, we're getting to the 8 now. 4-5, 4-5 means you can't have a 4 there. So that's an 8. And by one way or the other, we managed to get this one into a 4. That's all right. It gets there by, as they say, by hook or by crook, we will get there. Now this one down here looks wrong because one cell should only have one thing in it, and that's a 2. So that one there has to be a 3. And that 3 gets rid of that one. And there's something wrong here, a 6, so that one has to be a 9. And that gets rid of that 9 there. So we 5-9, 5-9, which means we can't have a 5 here, which means that has to be the 8. And we have 5-9, 5-9, 5-9, 4-5, 4-5. Okay, something wrong here. 4-5. So what do we get rid of here? Because we have 4-5-9. Actually, the 9 is here, which means that has to be a 5. So in case you didn't notice that, always count up what are the possibles in your cells. And if the total number of possibles is greater than the number of cells you have, then you've got a little bit of a mistake somewhere. Like we've got 2 possibles here and 2 cells. That makes sense. Now we've 1 cell here with 2 possibles in it, 4 and 5. So I'm talking about this way, we only have 1 cell. So there's a 5 there, so that then has to be a 4. That becoming a 4 means this has to be a 5. 5 makes that a 9. And that 9 there makes that a 5. I thought it was a finished, but it's not. 5 makes this a 9. All right, that was a very straightforward one when you think about it. But it was a nice one as well, I must admit. But simple, nothing hard. So ideal for a beginner, or maybe what we might call an improver. All right. So that's it until tomorrow. What day is tomorrow? Thursday. So tomorrow should be another fairly simple one before the big one arrives on Friday. All right. Till then, slán tamil.